All right. So we're going to be checking out Road Rash 3D on the Sony PlayStation 1. This was the first game after they did the digitized version of the game. And I just want to share my thoughts on it because it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But let's jump in anyway. So we'll just choose our bike. We'll do Sunday drive, and jump on in. So now I don't have any music playing because it's using real music, and we all know what YouTube's like when it comes to copyright. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But the good thing is though, is that they did retain the music, and like from the original, like when they did the digitized version, and then of course when they also had like full motion videos, like music videos in there as well, which was pretty cool. Now, if anyone's not familiar with Road Rash, basically you are racing, from start to finish, but you have the ability to punch and kick your opponents, as well as grab weapons out of their hands and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. Now, I think the only negative I really have out of this is the fact that in a few of my playthroughs, there's no cops. Like, there's no cops in it at all, and cops have been a staple in Road Rash since forever. Like, there's always been a cop because they're, just like in Need for Speed, you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing, so there's going to be like a law enforcement presence, if you will, there. But I haven't encountered any cops. Now I know. Oh, there we go. I got a weapon. Excellent. But I know there's a sequel. You got Jailbreak, right? So I'd have to double check and see if they added in cops there, because it makes kind of sense, right? Literally the name Jailbreak. You'd assume that they actually put cops in there, but in this one, I can't seem to. I'm not seeing them. Like, they're not showing up at all. And I've raced on a number of the tracks a few times, and I'm just not seeing them at all. Otherwise, the tracks are pretty well done. Good sound effects and stuff. I probably am a bit partial to the older games, it's just what I grew up on playing. But I think they did a pretty good job, at least in its first foray into the 3D realm, because a lot of games back then were basically like, oh, we've got to make it 3D. Making everything going 3D will obviously make it better, and it doesn't always work out that way. But they gave it a shot. And they obviously gave it a shot twice because we got Jailbreak after this as well. So, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And sort of just, again, it's a nice little piece of history, isn't it? I mean, that's part of one of the things too I love about this channel is sharing this history. Whether people played these games, knew about them, never heard of them. It gives them a chance to see what they're like and hopefully be able to play them in their own capacity, in their own way, in the future too. But yeah, no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So, and we'll try another track out after this. There's another favourite track of mine, which is pretty nice. I do like driving through like forests and green hills and stuff like that. I don't know why I just do. Must be. It's peaceful while you're clubbing people over the noggin, trying to win a race. So, but yeah, you can hit cars. Now I'm going to crash for a sec, if I can. You do. I don't know if you can run back to your bike. Every time I've crashed in this, I just kind of like the bike just teleports back to me. So I'll see if I can show you. Alright. Now I can't. Yeah, no, I can't run back to my bike. It's automatic. It just teleports to you. On the older games, you'd run back to your bike. Now, I can understand why that would annoy people, because you just see more and more of your opponents going by, and you possibly getting further and further behind. So they want to try and get you back into the race as fast as possible. But it's also, that was just what part of made Road Rash, right? Like, it was part of that. You've got to be careful. If you get thrown off your bike, then you've just got to deal with it and hopefully get back to trying to possibly win again. And that was part of the anxiety of making sure that you could, actually do, stick with the with not falling off. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I do miss that, you know, even if it was a bit of a pest. So let's change to the track. We'll go to Skyline. That's one of my other favorites. And but yeah, I want to hear from you guys. Like, did you guys ever play any of the Road Rash series all the way back to the Mega Drive, forward, and or Road Redemption on Steam? So right, let's go. I like this map. I think this map is pretty. I like this one a lot. So what's a green? Greenage. Going green. All right, let's go. So now, to control it, I'm using the right stick to accelerate and brake, right? And a lot of games back in these times when we started getting analog controllers, meaning we got analog sticks, not triggers like we do now on controllers on the rear buttons on the top. A lot of games would use the right stick, you know, for acceleration and brake, up and down for acceleration and brake. Now, it was the closest that we got to being able to have something where we could gradually increase, or as fast as we want, decrease acceleration or brake in a racing game. So it's a little weird doing it again. You know, it's kind of, I got to get warmed up to it, as you know, as well. But you know, I'm glad we don't do that anymore. It just feels so alien, dude. It just feels so alien now, because now we've got proper triggers, you know, on the controllers, and they absolutely feel 100% native to what we would use, you know, like, you know, for a controller anyway, to control acceleration and braking in a game that allows you to race or drive anything, I guess. So so yeah, it's a throwback, man. It's definitely a throwback for sure, absolutely. But yeah, otherwise, I'm pretty, you know, I'm pretty sold on this version. I think they did a good job, but again, like I said, from what it appears, that being no cops in it, as a huge sort of like, yeah, did I just use that dude as a bump, speed bump? But yeah, not having cops in there, definitely, yeah, that's definitely not good. Because that's just part of that police presence that you got to have, you know, in the game. So, oh, there we go. Oh, it's getting intense now. The fight for first. Oh no. Now you do have other modes in there. Obviously the big one is Big Rash, you know, which I, from memory, is just their simple campaign mode. And then yeah. Oh, sorry, not Big Thrash. Is it? No, Big. Is it Big Game? I'll have to check. I got, because Thrash is just, yeah, Thrash is just choosing a track and your racer and off you go. So, is it Big Game? I'll find out in a minute. Anyway, oh no, and that's it. That's it. I've lost. There's no way I'm catching up. There's no way. I got like 58. Yeah, nah. It'll take a miracle, I reckon. Oh, hang on. Wait, hang on, wait a sec. Hang on, miracles do happen. Oh, gotta be careful I don't skid out and come off my bike, which you can do in this game. Oh, is he gonna hit the car? No, nah. At least, I came second. I almost got there in the end. So, but yeah, so that's Road Rash 3D. Let me just quickly check those modes. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not too bad. So yeah, we've got Thrash. Yeah, big game. Yeah, Thrash, big game, time trials, and of course the rest room is setting up all your bits and bobs on how you want the game to be. But anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. Catch you next time.